Alright guys, welcome back to Minecraft Hardcore mode. Well, this is series 2, but not an episode that you're expecting. What this is a little video I've wanted to make for a little while of all the times we came really close to dying in this world. Now, of course, you've all seen the baby zombie spider fiasco. That was what ultimately got us. But did you know there were about 5 times, maybe 6, before that we came super close to dying? Yeah. So the first time was actually right over here. Now I don't have video for this because at the time I wasn't recording. I was just mining and grinding away. But I do have a screenshot. I went down to 2 hearts around about here, I believe. I think this might be the exact location. I'll show the screenshot now. And that was because I was draining away the water around the ocean monument. And in those little pockets I was draining away were guardians. And they have a mad habit of just sniping you off the edges. And it happened a few times, but this time was the closest I ever came. I think I didn't have feather falling on my boots, which is why I took so much damage. But yeah, it was pretty bad. I took the initial hit from them, and then of course the fall damage on top of that. So that was the first moment that we almost lost this world. That would have sucked, right? Let's head on over to the next one. Zoom, zoom, zoom. So the next one was here at Sky City. Now this video has also gotten a lot of traction too. The clip that I posted went on Reddit a long time ago, and I think hit maybe 20,000 views in total. I believe it's probably sitting at roughly 1 million since the zombie spider fiasco, because people wanted to see all the other close calls I had. Now this one's really interesting because this one was caused by a glitch, or rather a feature that got kind of nerfed a bit, where your arrows can hurt you and can really do some damage instantly after falling out of a block. So I'll show the clip now so you can see exactly what happened. Whoa! 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 Oh! Oh! Fucking hell. Now, leading up to that moment, it was just night time, and I had a bed over by this portal, and I would run away, place the bed, fall asleep, come back over, get rid of the night. And when I did that this time, I spent a little bit too long making my way back, because this was all flat. I spent a little bit too long making my way back to my bed, and as a result, creepers had spawned here. This is like the little area I was working on. I was making a tree, which I wasn't really happy with ultimately, and changed it to this design. But what happened was I started shooting at the creepers and killing them from a distance because I didn't want them to mess up my tree, right? Little did I know that my arrows that were stuck in the bushes that I was building around about here had punch 2 enchanted onto them. And they were heading in this direction, so because I shot them that way, once I broke the block, they kept their momentum and hit me. And it was just the one arrow that launched me off the edge here, but with punch 2, you can imagine it's pretty powerful. So it just launched me off, and I fell all the way down onto the building plateau that I made. Now, luckily, I managed to land on a sea lantern, and I honestly believe if I had landed 1 extra block off, I might have took too much damage and actually died right there. Some people have commented on that video saying, oh, it's fine, he had jump boost and resistance and stuff like that. You watch the clip back, I actually don't. I don't have it until I land because I was just out of range. I think I was just out of range of all the buffs at the time. You can see you can see all the counters clocking down. So when I got hit, I got launched off here, landed here, and then after I landed, I got the buffs after walking around a bit. Yeah, that was pretty sketchy. Very embarrassing, very embarrassing. That would have sucked too. Honestly, my worst fear for dying in this world would have been to fall damage. Like that's a shitty way to go. You just have to watch and just look at the death rushing at you really, really quickly. It's super scary. Nobody wants to go through that. Nobody wants to experience that. Alright, the next area that I almost died was actually in the Nether. So, back in the preview snapshots for 1.8, there was a bit of an issue with pigmen. And the issue was that they wouldn't de-aggro from you. At the time of this issue coming to light, I was currently making the Nether Shroom, which you've seen probably in the montage. And I got a bit frustrated and started using TNT. And blew up a very large section, which you can see in the episode where I was making this. You can see me start blowing stuff up, and then Pigmen got real mad. They got real angry. And they just didn't stop being angry for a very long time. Now to try and combat this, or to try and get rid of the bug in a way, I decided to walk away. So it was actually right here. So for whatever reason, I decided it would be a good idea to start building up and get all the pigmen to aggro to me in one location. So I'll show you that clip now. Yeah, in that clip, I actually managed to get an enchanted apple off and managed to recover from that. But oh, bejesus, that was very scary. Now, the next location I can't show you because I can't remember where it was. But what happened was I was exploring the world, looking for new chunks when 1.13 came out. And 1.13 added all these new features to the oceans. And I was like, absolutely dumbstruck by it. I was just so intrigued. Just staring at the oceans, looking at all the underwater caves. And yeah, this happened. Whoa. What? Abandoned mine. Oh! Wow! Jesus Christ! Oh my god! Get me out! Get me out! Get me out! Get me the f out! Holy sh! Oh my god! I got pranked. I got lured in. Oh my god! So in case you missed it, that was 2 creepers. The first one did a lot of damage. And the reason why I got knocked into him was because a skeleton shot me from the opposite side of the ravine. That was number 1. Creeper number 2 was just a little bit too far away to do enough damage. And also he was in the water, which meant that the damage wasn't as great. It didn't spread as much. And yeah, I got super lucky, honestly. I should have died there. Now, another close call that not many people know about, I haven't even put in the little video that I put on stream, is... Oh my god, is that a librarian villager? It is! Where were you when I had this world? Dude. Alright, anyway. Now, it was back when I was making this sign. Now, this sign looked a little bit different when I first tried it. It was a little bit more of a concept design than anything else. It was very large. It actually went from the bottom here, like maybe just put this in line, all the way up to the top above this thing. About 2 or 3 times the size. And I hated it when I made the C. When I made the first letter, I instantly hated it. So I started getting rid of it. And after I got rid of the last block, I started flying down with the elytra. And we got what I can only assume is a glitch where it believes that you're flying incredibly fast into the wall, but you hit the floor as normal. Or it is a glitch that basically just ignores the fact that you were gliding and takes a bunch of fall damage off you. Regardless, here is the clip. Wow, that fall damage. Holy. Oh. Yeah, not great. Especially when a creeper just shows up to try and finish me off. Yeah, that would have been a super anticlimactic ending to this area. It's one of the areas I'm most proud of, I think. Just because of how long it took to dig out, customize, and collect all the different hostile mobs. So now we're going to head to the witch farm. So the witch farm almost killed me before the zombie, the baby zombie and the spider. Now below here I was digging up a very, very large area. And as a result of spawn proofing a massive area underground, any cave that I found, any kind of little nook and cranny, was ripe for spawns. It was dense with mobs. It was pretty ridiculous. And below here, in this spot specifically, around about here I believe, I had been digging all night, and it was just about before I was going to go to America to visit Kristen again. And we've been texting pretty much on and off all stream, and every time I would text her, I would pause the game like so. And apart from this one time. Here's the clip. It's gonna be all sunny and beautiful when you get here. Yeah! Whoop! Wow, never text, and play Minecraft at the same time. May somebody clip that. That is literally the dumbest thing I've done in so long. That is the dumbest I have done in fucking ages. Pause the game. I've paused every time I've stopped the text. Whew, Kristen's gonna love that one because I was texting her. I didn't even back up in time. I like fumbled my controls. Now I don't know if you can tell from the clip, but you could see I torch gridded this place up real good, and that confidence of my torch grid was what almost ended the world right there and then. I found out that there was actually a tiny little block just hanging off the edge that I'd missed from where I was digging, that had light level 7 exactly. So it was just dark enough for a creeper or a mob to spawn on there. And of course, we got the creeper. And of course, none of my armor had blast protection on it. I sometimes think about what it would have been like to lose the world to that reason, because in a fit of panic, I hit my keyboard with my hand and pressed jump. And honestly, if I feel like if I'd hit forward instead of jump, I would have died. I tried to hit back and jump. So that shows how close we were to losing the world to that reason. Jesus Christ. Yeah, and as a little bonus, I'll show you guys a little rundown of what happened when we finally died and what I was up to. Now, I just finished doing this beacon here. A beacon is pretty much a way to give you buffs in the game, and the buff that we wanted was haste 2, which allows us to mine very quickly. Perfect for areas as large as this. So I just finished proofing this one to make sure I wouldn't die if I'd fell down, and it could see the roof, or see the sky more specifically, so it could work. And then I headed over to the next location, just over here. This is how close I was to the surface. I just flew in with my elytra, dug about 5 blocks down, and then heard absolute carnage unfolding inside this little cave. And of course, it was because there was a lot of condensed spawns in this area. I just came from an area that had nothing, moved to here, and everything was trying to kill me. Honestly, I can't believe the cave system extended out this much. It was kind of meant to be, really. There were a lot of mobs in here. Oh, so many things I could have done better. Never mind. We're moving on to the next chapter. Here's a little bonus for you guys. I had a lot of coal and ores stashed in this area. Quite a lot. I took some from these chests. Yeah, I was hoarding a bit. I was hoarding a little bit. I didn't want to let all the ores go to waste in this area. Yeah, if there's anything else you'd like to see from this world, let me know in the comments down below, guys. And remember to leave a like and comment, subscribe, like YouTube bollocks. And I'll see you guys in the next video.